thankful that I'm going to sit here and read a prepared and thoughtful statement as opposed to like the weird and uncomfortable shit that we brainstormed that night. All right, so first and foremost, I want to congratulate the Fall 14 class on your initiation. You guys are a great class, and I'm super excited to see what you guys do with Alpha Sig. So congrats. Okay, so I was recently thinking about the crazy mess that was Splashdown last year, and I would just like to say that I have watched full parties worth of people have the same amount of fun I had at Splashdown at every single Alpha Sig event this semester. I'm insanely proud of how far you guys have come in the year I've known you, and honored to be considered a possible contributor to that continued growth. So I've heard a few brothers talk about how Alpha Sig doesn't/shouldn't care about sorority relations or Greek life relations, and I can say that the reason I care about you guys is the same reason you can have brothers in your Greek organization not necessarily care about Greek life as a whole, and that's because I care about you guys, the individuals, the people, the relationships I've made, and the memories I've shared with you guys. Like, for example, I learned how to roll a joint from Safe this summer. He took an hour out of his summer to teach me patiently and kindly how to roll this joint. And it was just like, it's a skill that has served me like too well in life. And it's like, now I think about it. Like, if I'm rolling, like, I'll think about it. And it's just like, think about that time someone was patient and kind. Like, everyone kind of needs that person to teach them. And my person just happened to be an Alpha Sig. And that situation is mirrored in a lot of different aspects of my life. These people that were just like funny and like fun to hang out with and chill or nice, they just also happen to be Alpha Sigs. So even just like having someone to be comfortable enough with to like joke around in class and like completely bullshit presentations and papers like Quinn and I this semester. And it makes me like excited to have class with Alpha Sigs next semester. And even just like this semester, I had the privilege of getting to know older or graduated brothers like Stein and Brad, who I hadn't had so much of a chance to get to know before. And I just had like such this cool experience where they would come to beekeeping meetings, and I got to like sit down with them and get to know them when I hadn't had the opportunity to. So that was super cool and something I really value, like I continue to value. And some of the most formative friendships I've made in college, hands down, have been Alpha Sigs. I was there for Tomo's goodbye party, and I was like really sad both to watch him go and to watch you guys watch him go, because it was just like, it was like heartbreaking to watch you guys lose like Tomo, you know? And it's just like the kind of relationships you have with each other are just those relationships that really mean something, and something I've enjoyed watching and like enjoyed feeling like a part of at certain times as well. So like that's just, it's a great thing. It's one of the best things about you guys. It's like how you feel about each other. I also have these great memories from the past 2 closed rushes. So I've been at the past 2 closed rushes, and I have these great memories of watching these guys come in and like watching them realize that Alpha Sig was a place for them, and watching them at their closed rush and then getting to know them as brothers. And that's like a really cool experience to watch them before they're brothers in one of those times that like they're working towards it. So like right before they pledge. So that's something I would really like, an experience I would really like to have in the future as well for the next closed rushes. So that's something I really value. I even tried my own hand at rushing for you guys unsuccessfully, to the extent that I had like an extremely intoxicated real talk conversation with a potential at college night, not this semester, but the semester before, about the dire importance for him to go Alpha Sig. And even before that, last November, I let a potential rub my butt for 10 minutes while he puked his guts into a traffic cone, so I wouldn't disrupt the rush experience that was going on for him at the moment. And then I helped walk him home to make sure that Alpha Sig didn't get pegged for the possible transport that might have happened that night. That was over a year ago. I could probably count the amount of Alpha Sigs I knew on one hand. I just really appreciated you guys as a group of people. I've celebrated your successes and tried to prevent or mitigate your issues. I love you guys so much so that my little had baskets delivered for her Big Little Week exclusively by Alpha Sigs. So I've like basically like sacrificed my firstborn to Alpha Sig. I've always been a cheerleader for Alpha Sig, sometimes literally. I'm an advocate for your organization everywhere I go on campus. For your soccer tournament this year, I messaged 80 separate girls and shed many tears trying to make a team. And over the course of the day, there are more than enough Alpha Kais for a team. They weren't all there at the same time, but I worked my butt off to keep my organization and in the end, my organization wasn't the least represented there. So like, I even tried to have a backup team of beekeepers, which unfortunately or fortunately didn't happen. I even arrived late to that tournament because I was carrying tables from MGC like on my back, and I thought I was gonna have to walk them all the way to the field, but thankfully I didn't, but I would have. Additionally, I now have a growing group of sisters and friends who consider Alpha Sig to be the premier frat to party with, and I'm proud to be the person that showed them how great you guys are. So that's why I love you guys and some of the ways I hope to have shown it in the past, but the past is the past and I'm more excited about the future. So I've asked myself not what Alpha Sig has done for me, but what I can do for Alpha Sig. And in that category, I'm a great baker and I'm a great cook. And beyond baking and cooking for your events, my apartment currently is and would be open to all members of Alpha Sig and Alpha Sig friends for food, substances, what have you. I'm obsessed with crafting. There are a lot of great examples, but a good one to look at would be the door poster I painted for Caleb last year instead of getting ready for my own little's Rev. A cheerleader at your events, my continued advocacy, and my passionate, loyal, and continued friendship. I would be honored to be an Alpha Sig sweetheart. I'm so excited to see what the future holds, both in regards to this position and with Alpha Sig as a whole. I can't wait to see what you guys achieve, and I really hope you'll let me be a part of it. Bye, guys.